In addition to my music education aids, I've made a game based on a mathematical formula that actually gave rise to the game Dobble. Now, my daughters were playing Dobble and there was a bit of a dispute, shall we say, and a card got ripped in half and then 2 cards vanished. And I thought, oh, right, okay. Luckily, the game is sort of vanishing card proof. You can still play it. But I thought to myself, well, what was on those missing cards? So it was raining outside, had nothing on telly. So I just worked out what was on the cards. It took a while to do it as well. I thought, okay, there's something in this. So I've made a musical version. Now, if you look at your screen, you'll see that I've got some cards here, and I've just taken a couple at random and just put one above the other. So the aim is to find something on here that is the equivalent of something on here. Now, this one happens to be F sharp here with an F sharp here. So there are your equivalents. You get notes that are printed and then where they are on treble clef. And there are things like time signatures. For example, 2 minims would be the same as 4 crotchets or semi-breve, or 4/4 time, for example. We've got composers, Ludwig van Beethoven. So the object is obviously to match 2 classical composers. So there's also Baroque composers here, there's Romantic, and there's even rock and pop things like Buddy Rich, drummer, jazz drummer. We've got a B minor chord, D, F sharp and B here, so maybe that might meet up with one of your piano diagrams. In fact, this one is an E minor chord, second inversion. So that obviously wouldn't, they're not matched. We have intervals, which are in orange, so 12 semitones, that would be the interval of an octave. Interval E to A is a perfect fourth, so maybe if I just, for example, just took this at random, just looked at this, there we go, classical period, 1750 to 1830, and that neatly matches up with Herr Beethoven. Now, we've got an F here, we've got an E minor second inversion. That sounds familiar, that was that piano diagram just now, so that would have been that. We have chord progressions, which you should think of in terms of chords 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, for example, G, A minor, C, D, the first chord is always chord 1. So chord 1, chord 2, chord 4 and chord 5. So maybe that might appear somewhere there in red. We have keyboard instruments, the Hammond B3 organ, that's a famous electronic organ of the 1930s to 50s to 70s. Interval major 7th. So you get all of these. There's some dynamic marking equivalents as well. So pianissimo to piano, you've got to find something else that's the same, like mezzo forte to forte. It's going up, it's crescendo. Just looking at this, see if there's an equivalent here. The progression here is different from that one because this one goes 1, 4, 5, 1. Got a G here. Go up a step from G, that's A. Go up to the next note from A, that's a B. F major chord. I wonder where this one is. Sometimes it takes a while to find these. You do also have equivalent intervals, which is the one I've just spotted. D to B is a major 6th, which is also A to F sharp. So there's your equivalent there. Just looking a bit further, we've got brass instruments and wind instruments. We've got all sorts of things. And the idea of this game really is to not only so that the teacher can go down the pub if they've had enough of set 10C. Don't actually do that. But it means that it will invoke other things. So, for example, if you look at Buddy Rich, somebody might go, oh, who was he? And then up it comes on Wikipedia or Google or whatever. And it's just areas of further study, really. Just looking at this, we've got 2 crotchet beats there, so maybe a 2/4 time signature somewhere. No, it's not there. We've got a 4/4 one here. Interval C to G, interval C to E. No, that's a major 7th interval. G sharp. There we go. There's a G sharp printed there and a G sharp down there, etc. It all goes, it just, goes on and on and on. So there it is, a little game for those sort of grade 5 GCSE music kind of level. I've done a harder version, which is just, it's just a bit daft. So you have things like technical names, for example, chords, we have time signature. So you find something that's the equivalent time signature to that. Or you could just go and have a pint. So there we are. There is a little game. All of these, this is available on my Google Drive. If you look at the address below, you'll see that goes with all of my other music education aids. And of course, they're all free of charge. All I would ask is you share my channel and so check out some of my other videos. There we are.